Thank you for all of your feedback over the past couple of episodes. The most important piece of feedback is that you guys absolutely want me to stay in this save once our time at Everton comes to a close. So that is confirmed. At the end, whenever the end of our time here at Everton may be, whether it's this season or season 4, we will stay in this save and move to a new team in this save until the start of a new next-gen Road to Glory series on Xbox Series X, which will be the beginning of December. So we've been here at Everton for a month, just over a month in real life, and it's taken us to 2.5 seasons. So you could probably argue that we get at least the rest of the season and then 2 more before next gen comes out. Probably it might even end up about bang on with regards however long it takes us. So that is the plan then. You guys will have the opportunity to vote at any given, or at the given moment, as to where I go in this save, depending on what jobs are available at any point later down the line. But we're going to start today by ending the January transfer window. A number of you agree with me, and I pretty much was going to do this 95% anyway. We don't need to sell or buy. We don't need to. If something comes up like the Allen deal yesterday or the Harvey Barnes deal yesterday, I'll negotiate it, but I'm not going out of my way to sell or buy. We don't need to. We're top of the table. We're going well in the Champions League. We're going well in the FA Cup. We're going well in the Carabao Cup. We just don't need to do it. So we've West Brom in the league to start. Let's actually follow this up with West Brom in the Cup as well, actually. I'm just going to make a couple of changes just for stamina reasons here. The game against West Brom in the Cup at the weekend. I might sim. I'm not sure. We're definitely going to sim the second leg against Manchester United because we're 3-0 up in that tie. We'll play this one against West Brom and see how we get on. Their side looked like it wasn't quite full stamina, so they'll probably be even more tired by the time we get to the Cup game. So fingers crossed, it should be a relatively straightforward tie. But we've got to get through this League One first. And of course, the way things have been going so far, every time we win, Manchester City stick with us. And they closed our goal difference advantage down to just +1 2 episodes ago. And since then, we've each won every single game. And we've each won the games by the same margin. So our goal difference has remained +1 over Manchester City for about 4 or 5 Premier League games in a row now. So we have to keep up the run if we want to stay top of the Premier League, and we have to keep up the run scoring well too, and then hope that when we play Manchester City again in the league a little bit later on in the season, we win that game. At the very least, we must beat City. That would allow us the opportunity to potentially drop a point or 2 here or there, but we have the best goals scored in the league. They have the worst goal scorer in the league. So you probably think this is probably going to be 3 or 4-0 to Everton. But when is career mode ever that simple? Never. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this series and you're looking forward to potentially moving to a new team in this save, which is something I haven't done in a proper save like this ever, really. We've obviously had a Achieve and Leave series that we did last year, briefly. But this will be the first time that we've actually moved on in a save after a prolonged spell at a club. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, really. But let's make sure we win as much as we possibly can here at Everton before that happens. This little bit here has just been cut out. I had a copyright issue with the Premier League licensing thing for the opening credits of showing you the teams. So I'm just going to cut this little bit out, re-render it. This little 5-second patch is going to be blank, and then we're back to the action. Eduardo will be difficult to play against, as he always is. It's a player that I would like to use at some point in a save, but perhaps not. Well, almost certainly not this one. But you never know. Perhaps in the first RTG series we do on Next Gen, we might end up signing Odsonne Edouard at some point on our rise through the leagues. I have an idea of where that RTG will be, but I'm not going to give any indications away as to where it will be or how long it will last or what country it's going to be in. I'm just going to keep that under wraps for now and keep my cards close to my chest so that you guys have something to look forward to when Next Gen arrives, more so than just a Next Gen series. Right, I'm going to dink this into the middle because James is there, but I can't find him. Tom Davies will knock this down to Son. Hit it early. that was terrible. Zakaria wins that header well. Savic across to Pulisic. Into Calvert-Lewin. We'll go short here to Tom Davies. Spun well. Just hold the man off. Hold the man off. Hold the man off. Play the through ball. Oh, the angle's tightened on Savic, but Pulisic is there. And can he bend it? No, it's well blocked by Victor Ruiz. Win that header, please. Solidly done. Calvert-Lewin has made the dart into that channel, but he's tripped. Oh, right on the edge of the box. Perfect position for a free kick. Thank you very much. Right, Luca Digne. Let's pop this about there. Oh, about there-ish. Put a decent amount of power on it. And time it well. Oh, no! Off the top of the bar! I was certain that was going to fly into the back of the net. Oh, I want to see that again. I was absolutely certain that that was flying into the back of the net there. Just watch it in slow-mo. Timed it. Oh, I didn't really time it that well at all. And it... Oh, it just didn't quite dip enough in time. Oh, man. So close to a wonderful free kick to give us an early 1-0 lead. Son's had an effort earlier on that flew over. Digne. Oh, Calvert-Lewin's found some space. We will take a 1-0 lead. If Digne can't score, he'll get the assist. Everton 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. And you could see Dominic Calvert-Lewin just get away from the defender. I think it's Victor Ruiz. He just drift off the back of him. Defender can't cope with a movement. And he's never going to miss from there. I say that. He actually did miss from there not too long ago. Headed it wide. But much freer opportunity there. The defender not in such close proximity. And he has buried it. And we lead early doors. Loser. Oh, hello. I didn't see the space for them out there. Diangana forward to O'Shea. Options in the middle there. He's gone back to Diangana. He's got plenty of options in the middle here too. Field into Loser, who's onside. Strikes it well enough, but Donnarumma right behind it. It was a terrible clearance, but I was going to say it was a pretty comfortable save for Donnarumma. He did leap for it, but perhaps a bit of a camera save. I think that was easier than he made it look. It's West Brom's first chance of the game. They might be about to have a second here. They are, and they've scored. The ball through. He's complaining there. Milinkovic-Savic, I think it was, shouting at his goalkeeper, but he had the opportunity to stick a toe out there. Was it Milinkovic-Savic? He was. He went with a runner and then elected not to try and intercept it. It went straight past his toes. Watch. That's not anyone's fault but yours, Sergei. Not anyone's fault but yours. Unless he thought the keeper was going to come for it, and he didn't. I'm not sure, but certainly Milinkovic-Savic could have intercepted that pass. Didn't. And we are back level at 1-1. Field into Loser. That's not me just calling him a loser. That's genuinely what Derek Ray calls him. Loser, not louser or anything like that. Literally just calls him loser. This is a bit harsh, but... Oh, hello. He might be able to give them a goal to potentially do a winner. Ah. If Moreno was actually any good. Which apparently... he's not. Way! Shank! Ball forward. One well by Ndidi. Davies driven to Pulisic. And James. Tom Davies is offering his support again. We'll go out wide to Son. James is in that little gap there. Oh, okay. It's not gone to James. Milinkovic-Savic. Can he make up for the mistake? Oh, that led to West Brom's goal. Not yet. Good save by Sam Johnson. It's not the best of corners from me either, to be fair. We'll try and get it back to a danger area if we can. Wilfred Ndidi. Through there to Pulisic. Around the corner nicely to Luca Digne. Back on that left foot. Whipped. On the volley! Oh, that was going a long way wide, unfortunately. Shank number 2. Unfortunately for me, on this occasion, rather than their guy Moreno. Davies will take this throw quickly. Although he took the throw quickly. He didn't actually throw the throw quickly, annoyingly. Son, in, and still no second goal for us. Another corner. I mean, I'm trying desperately to get myself this second goal to win the game here against West Brom. Oh, Sam Johnson punches that well. It will fall for Pulisic. He's got some space. But that was easy for the keeper. Lowell's up. Lewis Cook for West Brom. They're talking about Andy Robertson to Barcelona again in commentary. He's Loser. So, you're right. Derek Ray, not great defending. He's called me out there. to be fair, it's very accurate. Loser with a little ball roll around the corner, looking for Lewis Kirk-Digne in the way. I'm having to concentrate really hard here now, actually, to try and keep West Brom out to stop them from winning the game. I'm the one that wants 3 points, please. If you don't mind. Decent corner. Keeper will come. Not get there! Gianluigi! You can't do that to me, mate. You can't do that to me. He's come for it. There's 2 defenders there and Odson Edouard, and Gianluigi Donnarumma has just run and bumped. Zakaria's gone for it. Tom Davies has gone for it. Gianluigi Donnarumma's gone up for it and just gone, and Odson Edouard has just powered home the header. Right. His 8th goal of the Premier League season. We have 24 minutes left to rescue something here. Otherwise, Manchester City are going top outright of the Premier League. Son quickly to Calvert-Lewin. I need the support to arrive. Is that a free kick? Right, another opportunity for Luca Digne. Good footwork from Calvert-Lewin. Right, let's see if we can't get this one in then, shall we? The last one cannoned really, really unfortunately down off the top of the bar. Oh, good save by Johnston. Timed it green, was travelling well on target. Oh, Pulisic, is that going to... Am I going to be able to get a shot that's not blocked off there? Wasn't confident of being able to do it, but I went for it nonetheless. Linkovic Savic. Oh, Calvert-Lewin, is he onside? He is! Oh, you cannot leave Dominic Calvert-Lewin in 5 yards of space. What do you expect? What do you expect? He's just, watch him. He's just all on his own. A gift. A gift from the footballing gods, from the West Bromwich Albion backline. And Calvert-Lewin has another. And we're level. And there is still time to win this. 3 minutes to go. We might be about to lose our winning streak. Yes, Zakaria. Not a foul, ref. Oh, you are kidding me. Zakaria falls over the man on the floor. And thankfully, Odson Edouard can't find a teammate. Can you imagine if they'd won the game there with Zakaria falling over a man on the floor? Davies, forward quickly to Son. I need a goal now. And David is going to try it and give us that. Ismail Assar at the back post. Ismail Assar can't get there. 4 minutes added on, I've just noticed. 4 minutes. Oh, he didn't get to that first. That'll be game. If Savic had gotten to that first, I'd have said, that's it. We'll win. Through that gap. No, there we go. That's game. That's going to be a 2-2 draw here against West Bromwich Albion. Unfortunately, our winning streak does come to an end. I don't know whether to be annoyed at Donnarumma for that or not. The defenders probably had it covered if he didn't interfere. Although Odson Edouard did win the header really well. So maybe he should have stayed on his line. Man. Milinkovic-Savic should have intercepted that through ball as well for their first. I'm quite annoyed that we haven't won that. But if I'd have finished my chances as well, then we definitely would have. So I can't blame the back line without taking responsibility for my own inadequacies in the front line. West Brom in the FA Cup coming up next. I will sim this game. Mason Holgate transfer offer from Leverkusen. Now he will get first team football there. And it was me turning down the bid from AC Milan, I think it was, for Mason Holgate previously in the last season. That was... I can't offer him the first team football that he wants. But I don't want to sell for the sake of selling. Oh. It makes sense. It makes sense. He would want to leave to get first team football at Bayer Leverkusen. I can't deny him that. Just because we want to keep him doesn't mean that I shouldn't be open to letting him go if the offer is adequate enough. Which it might well be. I'll ask for 42. I'm not going to need to replace him because we have Ben Godfrey. We have Ben Godfrey, so we have enough centre-backs. I think for Mason Holgate's career, That's the right thing to do. To be fair to the player, that is the right thing to do. So we'll see if he agrees contract terms. If he does, fantastic. We wish him all the best. If he doesn't, then we'll keep him here at the club. Up next, West Bromwich Albion. Again, their lineup looks very similar to the one that we just played in the league. I've actually put Iwobi back into the starting lineup for this one, and Fabian is back in the 11 as well. They're the only changes from... Oh, and Alphonso Davies back at right back for John Joe Kenny. I made 3 changes for stamina in the last game against West Brom. I mean, I should have won the last one, and it was my own inability to put my chances away that meant that we weren't able to win the last game against West Brom. So, with me not in control, we should win this one. Alphonso Davies inside to Pulisic. It's going to fall free to Iwobi. Oh, Calvert-Lewin made a good run and Iwobi couldn't quite find him. They look quite quick on the counter though, don't they? West Bromwich Albion, rather eager. Look at the space! Oh! Heung-min Son was in! He was clean through and they couldn't just find the pass. Oh, there you go. Calvert-Lewin. Absolute faith in that man every single time. 1-0 Everton. Alphonso Davies to Christian Pulisic. A second would probably kill it off now. And then I could be confident enough in making a couple of changes with the game against Manchester United in mind coming up midweek. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. Right, Harvey Barnes can come on for Heung-min Son. I'll bring Gabama on for Zakaria. And I'll bring Allen on for Milinkovic-Savic. Right, cracking on then. 2-0 and maybe more to come, but hopefully it'll just stay as is. Calvert-Lewin, nice ball out wide, kept in play. All delivered really well to the back post by Harvey Barnes and buried by Christian Pulisic. I didn't even see that crossing opportunity on. I didn't expect him to cross it. That may even be the first cross like that I've seen in a simulated game. The AI don't usually do that. It was a hell of a delivery though, and I'm glad they did do that. We're going to win this FA Cup tie, and in quite some fashion. What a delivery by Harvey Barnes. I don't think I've put in a cross personally that's been that good so far this year. That was outrageous. 3-0 up and cruising now. And that will be us through to the next round of the FA Cup. There we go. Nicely done. 3-0 win. Confidently, competently, comfortably through to the next round of the FA Cup. Right. Up next, Manchester United in the second leg of the semi-final. Mason Holgate is sold. He has gone to Leverkusen and will almost certainly have first-team football there, more so than he has done here for sure. I am sad to see him go, but it was the right thing to do for his career. It was the right thing to do for his career. I just couldn't justify keeping him consistently on the bench. It just was not fair. Alex Iwobi's up to 89 rated now. I'm going to go... I might as well just quickly sim training. I can't be bothered. EFL Cup semi-final. Leg 2 on the way against Manchester United. I will rotate the full 11, though, to ensure that everybody in my first team is fully fit for the game against Arsenal in the Premier League coming up in a few days' time. Man United line up as follows. As you can see on the left-hand side, Smalling and Romagnoli in the middle. Hernandez at left-back for now. Wan-Bissaka at right-back. Donny van de Beek alongside McTominay. Greenwood on the right, Rashford on the left, Bruno Fernandes and Romelu Lukaku through the middle for Manchester United. We hold a 3-0 first leg lead. And I'm sure at the end of it, we will hold some form of second leg lead too and be into the final of the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup isn't a competition that we do a one-off special for with a final. So don't expect that in the next couple of episodes if we do reach the final, or when we reach the final. But we will certainly play the Carabao Cup final at the very least. Obviously, not going to sim a cup final. But starting off from the front foot here and not able to give ourselves a 1-0 lead, unfortunately. Nice throw in. I probably could have gone back inside there to Tom Davies, who was waiting. A cross in that's cleared away, and United will stay at 0-0 for now. Sarr down the right. Sanjo Kenny in support. Inside there is Allen and Jonathan David, who's taken it past the couple, looking to thread the ball through to Allen again, but as Derek Ray says, not a very good pass. Man United haven't really threatened so far, though, although they look like they might do here. Rashford has Luca Hernandez on the overlap. Through the middle. It could create something. We've got some good shape there, though. And on the counter-attack, we might score. Nah, poor from Jonathan David trying to hold up the ball there. Need a little bit more from the front line in this one, but defensively, we've been rock solid enough. And, well, we can afford to lose by a couple of goals here and still go through thanks to that really good first leg win. So we are still pretty damned confident of having our first cup final of the season in the next couple of videos. Although, it could have been in question. It still might be in question if they'd have scored there. Rashford inside to Bruno Fernandes, McTominay. Oh, it was Donny van der Beek. Lukaku looking for the ball through and can't find him. Counter-attack is on here. It started at pace, but we've slowed it down. Oh, but now we're in with Harvey Barnes. Can he find a cross for his teammate? Or a goal himself? Went solo and a good save. Jovic is on for United. De Gea comfortably picks that one up with 15 minutes to go. Even if they score one or perhaps two, I don't think there's time for United to score all three that they need to get themselves through to the final, or even force extra time at the very least with the three, to be fair. Oh, and I thought we were about to seal it with one there, but David De Gea comes up with a good save again for the second time in this particular highlight. Unfortunately, for Manchester United fans, despite David De Gea's heroics at the back for them, the front line have not delivered. They haven't got the goals they need, and they will not be going through to a Carabao Cup final or an EFL Cup final. We are going to win the two-legged affair, and we have ourselves the opportunity to win another trophy. Another trophy. Trophy that we haven't yet won before. Who we'll have in the final, I'm not sure. We'll find out in due course. But for the time being, let's head straight to that game against Arsenal and try and get back to winning ways in the Premier League. In fact, it'll be Manchester City. For once, in a domestic cup final at Wembley in England, we will not be playing Liverpool. That's a relief. All right, Arsenal, Bernd Leno in goal for them. Five at the back. Bellerin, Mavropanos, Umtiti, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney. Guendouzi and Dani Olmo holding. Thauvin, Lozano and Origi as the front three. Origi has been a very good goal scorer for them for a little while now. Surprised to see Dani Olmo in a deeper midfield role. He's not statistically, attribute-wise, suited to that position, but he'll probably drive forwards from there and Guendouzi will hold, you'd imagine. But we'll wait and see if he can actually be effective in that role. With their five at the back, I expect them to be pretty difficult to break down. If they can pass like that for the entirety of the game as well, then they're going to be really difficult to deal with, because that was a ridiculous ball out to Florian Thauvin. Gets the throw to Guendouzi. Oh, he's done me. And then a nice little pass to Thauvin. Here's Hector Bellerin. Digne's in the way right now. Bellerin is... I tried to burst down the line. That's not worked. Bellerin out of position, but we can't penalise him for that. I do expect it to kind of be five at the back when defending, but three at the back when they're attacking. And you would expect Tierney and Bellerin to push forward. You can see Kieran Tierney busting a gut to get there forward on the left-hand side. But that's going to leave their backline stretched, and it will cause them problems. But my passing is going to have to be better if we're to get in behind on those occasions. Son finds Fabian. Got former Arsenal players and former Spurs players in my starting lineup. Oh, Milinkovic-Savic, I thought, left Guendouzi for dead there. But Guendouzi was able to go down to ground and then get back up and still tackle me. And El Chucky Lozano is in behind here. And it's actually my wing-back that's been caught out of position that has led to Arsenal taking the lead. Alphonso Davies is pointing fingers at other defenders, but it was you, my man, that was in the wrong place. Way, way too high up. Spacing behind you, you don't catch Lozano when he's away like that. 1-0 Arsenal early doors. Digne inside to Alex Iwobi. Milinkovic-Savic through the gap. Calvert-Lewin is there. Pulisic. Sergej. Oh, it's rather fortuitous that it's fell to Pulisic like that, but could make it work in our favour still. Calvert-Lewin. Savic, Iwobi. Can he get round the outside of Gabriel? I was hoping a little burst of acceleration would be enough. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Thankfully, their passing there was poor, and we've won it back again. Savic has Son in some space. Son in a decent amount of space. Is that dipping? It is, but only onto the roof of the net, unfortunately, and wide from the former Tottenham man. We are going to need to be better than that. Free kick for Arsenal. Gabriel to presumably loft it forward. Actually, lost it sideways. Finds Guendouzi nicely, though. And, Guendouzi turned into Superman there, just flying forward. Although he might have had a helping hand in the back. Or a leg in the back. This is dangerous. Origi has the option in the middle. Still going. Good save, Pickford. Nicely done. Giving Jordan Pickford the start here in the league. After the clean sheet against Manchester United in the last game. And Donnarumma's mistake in the game against West Brom. Luca Digne coming forward on the counter. That was meant for Iwobi, but never mind. Between the two of them, Digne and Son doing enough. And I'll look for Son in there, and he should be able to drop the shoulder. We've got Iwobi there in some space. It will fall free to Calvert-Lewin, and his shot will be blocked. And that looked like a really promising counter-attack. Has just come to a rather frustrating end. I really should have done better there. Brilliant header by Ndidi, though. Iwobi out of his feet to ensure he gets away from Dani Olmo. And Calvert-Lewin with a really poor pass again. I haven't had the edge in the final third in this game. Against West Brom, we were at least creating chances. In this one, I haven't really been able to test the goalkeeper at all yet. But now might be that chance. And the keeper rises to that test brilliantly. Milinkovic-Savic hurdling the defender as he lunged in to try and get to the ball. Could have gone down, perhaps, to win a free kick in a positive area and a dangerous area, but elected to go for the shot himself. And Origi makes it 2 on the counter-attack. Unbelievable scenes at the Emirates. How big is that save from Bernd Leno? Completely flipped the way that the game is going to be played now. Lovely ball over the top. Great first touch and a devastating finish. And Arsenal go from potentially being drawn level to doubling their lead. Son is there. Calvert-Lewin in some space. And that space is closing. Iwobi arrives though. And it's fallen kindly. And we've gotten ourselves back in the game. Go and pick that up, Dominic. Go and pick... Go and pick that up, Dom... Alright. Alright. Oh, and Iwobi's hit the post. Oh, so close to a second goal. It's going to be 2-1 at half-time. Hello. And we're back in it. That's a bit extravagant. When we're still 2-1 down. I got lucky here, though. Into Iwobi. Touch was good. I tried to turn around Gabriel to the right. Gabriel's tackled me, and he's fallen left to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's a good first touch, though. Left Titi on his heels. It's well done by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. His 17th goal of the Premier League season. 2 of the top goal scorers in the league here. Divock Origi and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, both on the score sheet. We need more in the second half. We need to be better in the second 45, and we can get a win here. Son, come on, lads. We really need a big second half here. God, there's so many Arsenal defenders back there. I question whether Dani Olmo will be decent in that holding role. He's not necessarily tried to put tackles in, but just his mere presence in that area. Or get it out of your feet. Dip! Son scored some really good finesse shots in the past couple of episodes, but today he hasn't found his shooting boots. That's really bad. He's gotten so far underneath that. Terrible, terrible effort from Heung-min Son. It's not the first time he's done that in today's episode. I've gone for a couple of efforts like that because of how good he's been recently with that style of shot and finishing that kind of chance. But I'm going to have to stop doing it today at least because he just cannot seem to get his target zoned in or dialed in. Tovan, though, can do exactly what Heung-min Son has failed to do. That's what I'm trying to do with Son, and that's what hasn't happened. Florian Tovan makes it 3-1 Arsenal, and they have their 2-goal advantage back again. I got a little bit lucky for my goal. They've gotten a little bit lucky there for their third, breaking through the challenge, but swings and roundabouts. You win some, you lose some. And hopefully we don't lose this. Hopefully you can draw some too, at least, but... Oh, going well in the cup today, but league form has taken a real knock. Oh, nice tackle, though. Come on, make a run for me, Dominic. You just stood there, mate. Iwobi! 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 Oh, my God, Samuel Umtiti. What a ridiculous block that is. The ball was in the air, and he's lifted his leg up while sliding to try and block it. That's ridiculous. Alphonso Davies will try and close down El Chuki. I cannot afford to go 4-1 down. If we do, that really is game over. There is time for 2, though, but I am going to need those 2. Calvert-Lewin make that run. Iwobi still going. Oh, and I can't get it past Samuel Umtiti. Calvert-Lewin may have been able to wrong foot him for the first goal, but Umtiti is determined not to concede another. A shot block and a brilliant pass interception, denying us certainly of 1 goal and perhaps of the 2 that we need in the space of 5 minutes. Brilliant performance at the back from Samuel Umtiti, who hasn't found first-team football easy to come by in real life, but he's certainly playing really well for Arsenal here. Think of it, Savic. I'm just trying to get it away from Umtiti at the minute. Iwobi, Savic will go again. Calvert-Lewin is there. He's spun. Umtiti and scores. If you can get past the Frenchman, you can get in the back of the net. We need a third. We weren't able to get it against West Brom in a similar sort of time frame, about 15 minutes or so. Almost exactly the same. I think it was 74, wasn't it, against West Brom? 76th minute here. I need that third goal more than ever now. More than ever now, though. Iwobi. Back to Fabian. Son is out there. Bellerin has had his measure throughout the game, and every time Son has found space, he's let me down. Trying to find some space with him again here, though. Calvert-Lewin's just held his run. Oh, it's a good block by Gabriel on this occasion. Right, another change, I think. Another change. Let's see what we can do. Iwobi off. And, in fact, I'm going to bring Sarr on. And I'm going to drop Heung-min Son into the midfield at Cam. And then James for Fabian. Come on. Come on. Let's get this third. Let's get this equaliser. Time is ticking down. But a Calvert-Lewin hat-trick would be wonderful. Although we might have to do it from the next corner instead. Any changes from Arsenal? None that I have been made aware of. Another good delivery. Another one aimed for Calvert-Lewin. Another one flicked away by the defender. And Zakaria is not going to get to that first. And Tova will just look to waste some time for Arsenal, I think. I need to win the ball back when they have it. And quickly every time. The longer... There you go. Just like that. The longer they have possession and tick down the clock. Oh, come on, Ches. The more likely it is that we're going to lose this game. I can't believe I just... They gifted it back to me, and I've gifted it back to them. We talked about a gift from the footballing gods against West Brom. I could really do with another one now, and that might be it. Although Dominic Calvert-Lewin was slow to pick up on what was happening. Oh, yes! Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the hat-trick. Another gift from the footballing gods. A last-minute equaliser at the Emirates. It's only to be 2 draws in the league today, where we really could have done with 2 victories. But the scenario in which those draws have come about, we'll be pleased with the point, especially here at the Emirates. This has been such a difficult game. Arsenal certainly deserve the point, at very least. Arguably, might deserve the win, although it's been a mistake there at the back that has cost them really late on. It was our own inability to finish my chances against West Brom that cost us the win there. It's been Arsenal's inability to keep us out at the other end that has been the reason that we are going to win this one here. Oh, sorry, draw this one here. Oh, my Lord. A 2-2 draw, a 3-3 draw, and the league is going to get even more intense. It's intense enough when you're level pegging with another team, but when you have a slight wobble like we have today, the intensity and the pressure builds to get back on the bike and close that gap down again. Thankfully, City have lost. They won when we drew to West Brom to go to 63 from 60 and we went to 61. We've then drawn again and they've lost their second game of the season. They've lost their second game of the season. And for them, who was it against? Chelsea have done us a massive favour by winning 2-1 at the Etihad. We're only a point behind. Our goal difference is now exactly the same. So we do it on goals scored, which is better for us by +10. A goal difference would be much better if we can swing that in our favour. I thought I'd thrown it away. If City had won on both occasions, then they'd have been 4 points clear of me. But the gap is still just 1. Oh, hello, Mason Dodds. You might be okay. I will, when we move on to another club in this save, whether it be the end of this season or at the end of another season, I'll call all of the youth prospects we have in the youth setup up to the first team, so we can keep tabs on them and see how they play or how they grow throughout the course of the remainder of the save. That's going to be a no, probably. I'm only looking for the very best of the best, and we haven't had loads of that yet. We haven't had anyone from Wales yet, I don't think, that's been worthwhile looking at. Although, if that was 775,000, I'd say yes. It says 74 to 94 potential, but it's 16, not 15, and only being 375 grand is probably only going to be like 80 rated potential-wise. That's more like it. 600 grand, but he's a year older as well. We'll give them another month. We'll give them another month just to let those windows narrow slightly so we can be a little bit more definitive about whether they're actually going to be any good or not. Right, let me have a quick look at who that was, that youth player that we just called up. Was it Raymond? I think it might have been Enzo Raymond, wasn't it? Or was it Parks? I so much attention I was paying. I called him up, but I didn't actually pay attention to which one it was. CDM, centre mid and centre back for Enzo Raymond. I think it was the French guy, wasn't it, that we called up? Okay, fair enough. Well, we've got a handful of half-decent looking youngsters here. Eduardo da Costa, 91 to 94 potential. Hello. But they're not growing massively yet, but probably because they're not getting first-team football. If they were to come up and go out on loan, which a couple of our youth players have done in this window, then they might grow superbly, which is why I'll call everybody up when we move on. So the latest deal, the biggest deal so far, has just gone through, and it's Martin Ødegaard from Real Madrid to Manchester United for £143.1 million. That's happened on deadline day, or at least on the 30th into the 31st. Andy Robertson to Barcelona is another second biggest, and then Pereira has gone from Leicester to Liverpool to presumably replace Andy Robertson. But Ødegaard is almost twice the second biggest deal. £143 million signing for Manchester United is outrageous. Right, we don't need to replace Mason Holgate. I'm not looking to replace Mason Holgate. Don't know if we're going to get many bids for our players throughout the remainder of the window. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Barcelona willing to offer me Ansu Fati, who's 83 rated, plus 38 million for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We are top of the Premier League. He is leading the goal-scoring race again. We will not be selling our talisman. Thank you. Pretty sure he's still leading the way in the Golden Boot race. He is 3 ahead of Lo Celso, further 1 ahead of Havertz, and then a further 1 ahead of Origi, who obviously scored against us for Arsenal in that game we just played. Barcelona is a big draw, but I mean, Calvert-Lewin will surely want to see this project through before potentially moving on. An offer for Harvey Barnes from Tottenham for £49.7 million. Would he get first team? Well, he's not getting first team football here, so I have to be willing to let Harvey Barnes go if we can get the right fee for him. And then maybe one of those youngsters, like that young Aslan player, has come up recently. I'll ask for 70 million. It said I could ask for up to more than that, I think, from the chief executive. Are they willing to come anywhere near that? 49.7 is what they bid before, and that's what they've bid again. Tottenham, have you got anyone that I might be interested in having a little bit of a swap deal with? Bergwijn could be great. Wilfried Zaha, we could get back. Ryan Sessegnon as a backup. We did Wilf plus cash for... No, Wilf for Son plus cash. Would they be interested in a straight swap for Bergwijn? I will remove all of the money from that, because there's absolutely no way that they'd want to swap Bergwijn plus cash. No. Okay, sorry. Alright, fair enough. Not to happen then. I was trying to work something. Didn't look like they were going to be negotiating fee-wise. I thought they might just take Bergwijn out and offer another fee. A Fabian transfer offer from Paris Saint-Germain. We're in a better position now than we were when we sold Richarlison to PSG. And I want to reject that. I want Fabian to stay for now. Montiel. I really should negotiate that. They just lost Pereira, which is why obviously they're looking for another wing back. I'll negotiate and see if I can get another one of their wing-backs in. So I don't really want to let Montiel go without having a replacement for him in the squad. I don't want Iosi Perez, though. But we'll see what they have in the fullback department. Benjamin Mendy could be good. James Justin would be decent as a backup. Are they interested in letting me have Benjamin Mendy, perhaps? They would let me have James Justin. But is this... Would this be selling for the sake of selling? Perhaps. But Montiel would want first team football and might get it at Leicester. I'll ask for a bigger fee. Because James Justin is only 78 rated. And he's probably barely going to play for me. He is a good player. 4.5 million. Unless they offer me a decent fee alongside. I mean, I would be getting the player back in return. Okay, fine. Not to worry. I'm trying to negotiate stuff, but they're just not open to negotiating to the level that I want to negotiate to, unfortunately. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. 5 hours to go in transfer deadline day. 600 million spent so far. No other big deals to bring to you yet, although Wolves have signed Raul Jimenez. Sorry, Arsenal have signed Raul Jimenez from Wolves. A new signing for them up top. And we've tipped over 700 million now. We're going to tip over 8 before the end of transfer deadline day, or by 50 grand. By 50 grand, yes we do. Still no bigger deals than the ones we've seen there. Right, so what happened in this window then? Aston Villa be... Oh no, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal. So Rudiger, Tillman and Jimenez in at Arsenal with Origi out. They've sold Origi. He must have been part of the... He must have surely been part of the Jimenez deal. He was their top goal scorer. Arsenal have let go of their top goal scorer. Weghorst and Mari going as well. Terrier, the winger from Lyon, and Pedratz coming in for Villa. Stambouli, Traore, Engels, Konsa and Ollie Watkins out. Brentford have done loads of free business with Richards and Dervisoglu going out. Brighton have signed Hefty and Grimes. Chelsea signed Acuna and Everton with Sigankov going out. Presumably Everton coming in to replace him, or Sigankov going out because Everton's been signed to replace him in their starting lineup. Melling and Zobnin in at Palace. We've sold Holgate and that's it for us. Salvio and Cafaro in at Leeds with Eliasson and Koch leaving. Demiral in at Leicester with Pereira and Pret going out. Pereira in at Liverpool. That's where he went. And Robertson out to Barcelona. Danny Carvajal into Manchester City. Man United have signed Emerson at right back and Odegaard. And the fee for Emerson must have been quite sizable as well, because Odegaard was 143. And that's another £63 million spent on Emerson as well. Kenny Teta and Mvogo in at Newcastle with Woodman and Cher leaving. Woodman has gone to Norwich. As you can see, Dermot's leaving Norwich. Jorge Mera and Bozenic in at Sheffield United. Mittelstadt out at Southampton. Tottenham have done nothing. West Brom have done nothing. West Ham have signed Ferro and Buzat. And yes, Raul Jimenez or Origi plus £35.5 million for Raul Jimenez. Arsenal think that Jimenez is going to be a better goalscorer for them than their top goalscorer. I am really surprised to see that. Where is Raul Jimenez in the goal-scoring chart? Is he even in the goal-scoring chart? That's a strange decision from them. And he'd only played 21 games as well. 14 goals in 21 games, and they've let him go to Wolves. It still says Arsenal there. I imagine that it will update once Origi plays a game for Wolves. U-Squad monthly report. We just had a look at those. It's not a problem. And now you bid for John Joe Kennedy, Manchester City. No. Go away. Just for the sheer cheek of waiting till the day after transfer deadline day and then trying to bid for my guy. Get out. Go away. Right. That will be where we end for today. Thank you very much for watching. When is the Carabao Cup final? Oh, it is in the next episode. So tomorrow, to be fair, I'll probably play Tottenham. I might sim the first leg against Dortmund and then play Liverpool and City and then play the second leg against Dortmund there. Because that tactic worked for us in the Europa League last year. So I might trial it again here and hopefully we'll be able to do well. So we will have a cup final then in tomorrow's episode against Manchester City at Wembley. I don't think I'll bother putting the suit on for it because it's not a one-off special. And to be fair, my guy in game is wearing his full kit anyway, so I might as well keep mine on. Thank you very much for watching today's episode, guys. I really appreciate the support continually on this save, and hopefully looking forward to the end of this season where, fingers crossed, we're still in the hunt for 4 trophies. Join me tomorrow where we could seal one of them and get a step closer to a couple more. I'll see you next time.